So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I wanna make a test overlay of this Big Daddy guy so far. So in the last part of I do what I do when I do what I do, I talked about like playing around with ideas, concept art, overlay ideas, and I wasn't sure if I would ever do something with this one, but I worked a bit more on it. It's not the goal to make a perfect copy of this one. I just want to have an overlay. I don't need this guy as an 3D asset in a game or something. Then I would need to make this guy clean, meaning quality wise. But as an overlay, as a video, that is almost enough. What is not finished, there are some. Let's just call that a test, because I still have to. This is, for example, not right. You see that? This is not correct. Also, the texture is not correct. I have to unwrap him and give him a different metallic look and so on. But I gave him something to, I gave him some shoes. And this guy here, this one here. And I modified it. He doesn't look like the original, which is okay because he doesn't have to be a copy, just a pure copy. Also, I found this idea not too bad actually. This just happened during modeling and I thought, hey, actually, I like this idea. Right now this is too messy, but this is because I had to apply some of the things. I had to convert that into a 3D model for animation purposes. It's just a little bit easier and I was just lazy. So this is too many details, but basically this one here could be the CO2 tank. You can think of that like there would be an integrated tank in his suit. I thought it's actually funny. If you see that or not, I do not know. Anyway, so I can move this guy already. And with the rig, we can do some stuff here. I actually made a video for a family to say like a stretching backpack exercise video. They have to do that. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. And then stretching. Oh, now look at this. He looks like a Slender Man, right? Anyway, let's not get too distracted. Let me create that overlay I was talking about. First of all, I need to get rid of the volumetric lighting. That was just for fun. Here we go. And I do not know if I suddenly don't work on stuff anymore, then I'm busy with something new. A friend, maybe I do something with a friend together, but I have to see what we're gonna do and how much time it occupies and so on. Also Christmas, then stuff is coming up. By the way, I have from Project Glamour some Christmas animations, so let me just not get too distracted here. Cube this guy here. And then let me prepare already. So the good thing is I could say here 50%, but I don't, this confuses me. I rather go with 250. That should be very low resolution, but this guy it's good low resolution. It means it renders faster, and boy, and it's good for OBS, QuickTime. What else? And QuickTime. Here we go, and here I'm gonna choose, you don't see the window, that's good. I'm gonna choose the desktop and I choose overlay, big test, that makes sense, the big test, yeah. Saving it like so, and let me just do a test render. Looks good, yeah. And I also don't need this guy here. Although I think I should maybe organize that before I turn it off so I can find it easier. Environment, I'm not so sure. Hey, I have something cool to show. Not sure if you can see that. I'm gonna switch scenes for a second. I'm gonna make not a video, but I'm gonna talk about this in the speech note. Look at this shit. Look at this. So this is basically like, I'm gonna show you. Environment. So it processes it. I know it's very slow, you would think, but I think this program can be much faster using GPU acceleration, which I haven't set up. Which I didn't set up. So environment. You see, okay, that's not impressive. Let's do something else. In this video, you'll see me modeling the Bioshock guy, called, or very well known under his name Big Daddy. And this is all offline. This is my CPU right now, calculates that, and it would be faster, but my CPU right now is occupied with other tasks, as you may see. So in this video, you will see me modeling the, okay, that's my pronunciation as Big Daddy. You can see that's pretty cool. I can maybe use that instead of ChatGPT to create some video descriptions, so that I don't have to write anymore. I don't have to write anymore. And then you say, oh, but you should write. You see I'm using here Pop OS. I want to use the other window, and then I don't have to be so careful what I show, what I don't show. A rig test animation, here we go. Good. So I can now just environment, here we go. And this one goes also to environment, and I can then turn off environment here. And yeah, saving it. Now for a little animation, I need basically just the camera position shall end. No, I need a different camera. Because I don't need to rotate this guy actually. Camera. So we're gonna activate this one. I'm now gonna position this guy here over there. Better. So items 90. Here we go. That looks good. Minus this is, yeah, that's good. Now we have to get kind of closer to this guy. Going down. Up is good, but looking down a bit. Like that. Also we have to make sure that saving this when he raises his and let's say we are right now in the duplicator again. Right now in the, if he is in the right corner, then I am just gonna I could also use the track thing, but sometimes, you know, it's not, sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Oh yeah, that's better. Maybe even a little bit more. Like so. Like so. Say copying that. I'm undoing that. Maybe this was better. Put a little bit down, okay. Like that. Okay, I want him. I mean, he cannot really turn his upper body. I just restricted that. Also, I actually have never used this method here. So I don't really. No, this wouldn't. Again, this is also not really well done. It's just quickly done. I just want him to. That's good. I just want him to look into... Ah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. We're gonna use that. In fact, I'm gonna make a new key point. Ah, it's funny. Good, let's see how this looks in here. Ah, that's too sudden, but that's okay, I can fix that. I'm gonna just save this because I like the first one too. Like so. No, maybe this is important, this guy here. It's funny, right? This is too slow. Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. You're right. He should first look in our direction. And then... but this is already connected. Oh, I have an idea. We're just gonna add that to... come on, as a browser. No, no, where was it? Let's go to animation maybe. Was it here? Yeah. This one, and I need an asset window as well. Where? Maybe here. Actually, this is wrong. This one turn on, and here assets. And in this case, current file. So, and I just make a new, create a new pose. Look. Okay, let's see. And then, where's my asset? Hey, user. No, I have a mess here again. Create a new asset. No, current file. No name set. Hey, what does that mean? Create a new user library. No, current file. Create. Here we go. Now he has also this guy here. Okay, I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I didn't select everything. So. Is it this one here? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know. It's connected to the other methods, which I kind of forgot what I was doing here. I think I'm just gonna select those guys here, and then that'll increase the speed. Yeah, because I had to fix. Here's a little issue. Again, I'm not saying this is a perfect thing. It just has to look good in the overlay. So I have to fix it during the animation. That's not ideal, but it's quick. So, and here too, you can see here slightly adjustments. thing is, if you do it proper, like if you can, you know, the whole thing is, this is not the way you should do it. It's the way you want to do it when you want to be lazy. But if you create the asset so that, first of all, you have to first finish it completely, then fix the bugs, the glitches, and so on. And then you start to give it bones and so on. Now, let's see how this looks, and then. But right now, this one can be bye-bye. What am I doing here? That's nonsense. This one here, I want to see in real. This one, I don't need to see in real. I see. Also, what maybe that's complete nonsense what I do right now. What I did is also, I mean, the drill is heavy, so he needs to go a bit like so. So when the drill, when he holds the drill towards the camera, the weight should be balanced by him bending backwards a bit like that. It was better before, actually. And maybe just reload the whole thing. I think I confused myself right now. Allow this time. This is for the guy. This the animation part. Yeah, maybe I should just do it in here. Just the upper body. Oh no. And then we keep the posture. And then slowly back. Oh wait, cannot just delete and I have to take them all. That's good. I see. And I can use maybe this one here. And then that's already good enough. I think I'm gonna save this. Only. Here I want him to go back. I know that the left hand doesn't really move so well. Maybe this one here. Oh, but it is not connected right now. That's the problem. Cannot use that too much. That's funny. Ooh la 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 la. A little bit of movement. Yeah, that's good. That is good, only that shopping, overriding. Mm-hmm. Then resetting the animation. making sure they are the same. Again, it's not perfect, but good enough. And this hand is pretty stiff. I'm not even sure, did I? Yeah. Just a little bit of movement. Looks better already. Looks better. Okay, it's enough. Good enough for test rig. Again, the thing is, I have to do the whole thing again, anyways. If I wanna, I'm gonna work a little bit on those guys a bit. I think maybe depends. But if it looks good enough, you know, if you can tell in the animation, why would I do that? But if I wanna do that, I think so. I'm adding more details and so on, then I need to do the rig thing again. Rigging is the process of giving the character the ability to move around by dragging some of those things, and that's called rigging, or whatever. Maybe this is, I don't know if this is this English word, if this is. Sometimes English words have multiple meanings, and I only know one meaning in particular. For example, before I learned English, to me the word inventory was only for gaming. You know, it was to me there was like a gaming term. I didn't know that this, you know, I never thought about it. How could I have thought about this? So anyway, so let's see. We start the animation here. We don't want to make it too long. But maybe also sometimes when not continuously moving is also good sometimes. And here we end. I just realized there's one problem maybe, which is the drill. The drill can glitch, you see? But the good thing is it doesn't really matter so much, I think. Maybe he should. Anyway, okay, so that's done. What I do not need is in shading. I don't need bloom right now. I have to set this up differently. Lightning though matters. Doesn't look so good. What if I increase that a bit? That's the wrong light. Maybe I can use some of my environment textures, HDRIs. I'm gonna choose some facility things I have. Let's see how this looks. Let's try something else. Yeah, that's maybe not too bad. That'll do. Lass mig då med ro, du, daddel-di-daddel-do. Daddel-di and daddel-do, lass mig då bitte med ro. No. Again, texture's not really so happy, but this is gonna be low resolution. Now let's get to the final thing. I think this looks good so far. Setup is set up. Okay, I'm gonna render the animation. There's a little window. Maybe I can show you that. You see, this here is the little window, and I'm gonna drag and drop that when it's done into OBS and see how it performs as an overlay. Oh, almost stopped the recording. Now it's gonna turn this one off before I forget. So you can only see the process in here. So yeah. I can also clean up the other overlays a bit. We don't need that. Or this one, game controller, it's also too much. This is the overlay I actually made for Bioshock. Very, you know, it shows my logo. I actually wanted to have Big Daddy do something with my logo, you know. The idea was that you see a body and like the Big Daddy suit without the helmet, and the head would be my logo, and then he would put on the suit, you know. But maybe, I don't know, I have to think about if this looks good or something. I think an asset like this, if you want to do it really, really well, I think a month time, spending really time perfect. Maybe not a month, but depending on the details, you know, could be a month, a proper month as a fan to make this thing really good. But the problem with stuff like this is I don't like doing that usually, because it's not quite your own creation, right? And so I want to use this also for the future, for maybe other things that I have to maybe just get a bit of away from the drill, modify the monster a bit. And you know, it's always. But anyway, okay, animation is done. Let's try that out. I'm gonna just go to my desktop. It should be here. Let's put this guy over there. And can you see it already? Oh, what did happen here with the? I have to make him. I have to loop this guy. Properties and then loop. Yeah, something is happening here. Is it because I see the overlay in the overlay? This doesn't make sense, right? Is this the reason? Yeah. Oh, am I? Let me just stop that again. Why do I see that in this weird way? Okay, it kind of works, but not really. Now the question is this an OBS issue, which I don't, maybe I just do something. No, it must be something. I know what I've done. I'm not an idiot, but not focused. That's right. See, that's the problem. He has the other guys in the background. I forgot to turn it off. Oh, I have to override this guy again. Okay, Big Daddy. Deleting. Okay, now add an animation again. I don't know much, but I know I love you. Okay, I'm checking my phone while waiting. People, you know, if I would be a good YouTuber, you know what I should do to get attention? First of all, I should start. You gotta start in the middle of the sentence, immediately showing every 2 seconds. Meanwhile, I think a different angle. The camera has to move all the time, and popping up some words. Everything I say has to pop up in some round font and very colorful, like popping bloop 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 bloop. So it's not important what I say, it's just important that it blops, and I just keep doing that, showing every 2 seconds a different thing, you know. And then people can pay attention to that, like maybe 15 seconds, but don't be fooled, they don't actually pay attention, they forget. What they actually want to do is keep scrolling. But when you change scenery so fast, you're fooling their mind into thinking they just scrolled. So, yeah, what do we do here? Yeah, and then you're gonna be successful with shit. Just have to, go with the flow like a crazy person, and be super artificial. Oh man. Yeah, well, to a certain degree, you have to entertain. So nothing wrong with that a bit, especially when you're younger. So now here's the guy. How does it look? Huh? Is this a cool overlay or what? Maybe I'm already done with that. Maybe don't have to do more than that. What is here? I have a double hand situation going on. Okay, emergency. Double hand situation. How do I turn it off? Here we go. What is happening here? I wouldn't know. So we're gonna check. A minute. There's something which is still not built into. Let me check this out in the render. Yeah, there is another hand. I had a script wrote for Blender together with ChatGPT to make sure that only how do I say that? That only that I can synchronize what you see, what is turned on in the viewport is gonna be also turned on in the, or synced to the render, to the final render. Meaning right now I can turn on and off things, but this might be different in the render, which is a little bit tedious. There's still no easy solution to do that in here. I wouldn't even know where the heck. Now, this is a little bit crazy. Let's just go into here. What happens now? Oh no, there's a contents. Okay, I see. I know what the problem is. Okay, has nothing to do with that. The problem is mirror. Here we go. That's the problem. Okay, fix that. Now I have to run it again. Yeah, YouTube is a well, the thing is, I don't know. It's cool. I like it. It's my main entertainment system. If you want probably counts for everybody in my age. But what I don't like is the controlling aspect and the condescending way of how the Google employees talk to the viewer / streamer. So everybody has to obey to the advertisement, which understandably so. So what I think should happen is we need YouTube just needs more competition. It's not a good thing if only one company controls the so many videos. I really don't like the condescending part, the no swearing part, and no you cannot show smoking things. You cannot. This is so stupid. It's really, it is too controlled and becomes boring for that reason. It becomes dull and boring. Still entertaining because of the people who make stuff. So let's try this again. But it needs competition. Here we go. There is. Oop, here is. And gone he is, because I have to loop this guy. Loop him, and here. And now we every time I click the wrong window, it's unfreaking believable here. So this guy is meant to be here. Huh? Isn't that not lovely? See, that's what I meant. For overlays, which I'm really good at, I don't have to pay attention too much to the final version. Hey, what am I saying? I'm not thinking. Sometimes I say things you probably know, right? I just say things in the German way. We had sometimes like a way of, we had in a friend cycle. Daniel said that often. Hauptsache mal was gesagt, which means something like, at least you said something, but it doesn't matter what you said. Important was that you said something. I don't know how to translate it right now, but anyway, yeah. So here we have it. I think I'm already. This is already good enough. I don't have to work more on that. I can do other things now. This is again. It's a little Bioshock guy. It's really cool, eh? Yeah, I like those things a lot. Now we have to play Bioshock. Sure, we could still work on the other scene, combine that situation with the other one. It was fun doing that. Yeah, again, if you want to do it the right way, what you create first, your character. First, think about what character you want to create. This is the first step. Think about what you want to create. What are the features? And if you're good with drawing, draw something first. Draw something first. Then model the guy. Make it so that you're completely happy with the modeling. Then after modeling, you're gonna make for game assets, maybe a low poly version of this guy. Then you start rigging it, giving him some bones so you can animate the character, and then you're actually done. The way I did this is just, in between, I just, it's not done yet, but sometimes this is the more interesting work. Sometimes lazy but good. You. Bam, ba, bam, 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 bam. It's also good to spend to just let it run the video in the end, because people skip sometimes. You on this channel, you may sometimes checking it out. What the hell is he doing now? Is this and then what is that? What the hell? Right? You're just checking. Okay, it's some Blender shit again. I don't give a shit. I know. I would act the same way. I think I also have some smaller channels which I follow, and sometimes I think, okay, that's what he or she is doing. Then eventually I watch the stuff. I watch the political shit, and because it's interesting. That's the one thing which is it's very, very interesting. You can say that about the world as being so weird and so. It has never been more interesting. I think it really has never been more interesting and more weird than nowadays. But maybe that's what every generation. Although you have to think about the 80s. There was also, how weird the Cold War and stuff like this, must have felt back then. We have right now more silly things, although not just silly things, but there's some less important discussions compared to 30 years ago or 40. Yeah, it's a weird world in which we are living. So, but I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to go into politics right now. So let's shift the topic to the end. It's the end of the world, and you know it. Yeah. Bye bye.